March 18th, Mike Tyson Razor Ruddock dies. If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Adi, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. It's time for This Week in Boxing. It's time for This Week in Boxing, where we give you all the news, reviews, everything that's happened in the past week. It's August, so it's a quiet month for boxing. Not much to go through, but let's give you what we got. Yeah. Let's start with this week's fights. Roy Jones wins again with a brutal... I didn't watch the fight. I refused to watch the fight.
Oh.
With a brutal stoppage, apparently, of a guy called Watkins.
Yes.
I think it was the 5th or 6th round.
Yes.
Did you get to see the fight?
Nope. I'm not like you. I didn't refuse to watch it because I don't want to, continue to support this, but I just didn't see it. I heard about it. Look, with Roy Jones, it's getting to that situation where, yes, we're afraid to see him fight, but they seem to have moved away from the Lebedevs and the Danny Greens type competition. Like he fought Courtney Fry 6-7 months ago, I think it was, and now he's fighting another club fighter. If Roy Jones isn't going to retire, which he looks like he isn't going to retire, if you're going to match him like this. It sounds awful, but no one's going to seem to stop. Roy Jones doesn't look like he's anywhere near retiring. I've never seen a fighter look like he thinks he's so active. There was talk about Huck. Yeah. Thank God Huck lost, as you were going to probably mention, but if they're going to match him like this.
That's what I was going to say. It's all the same matching him like this, but they'll match him like this to build up a winning record so we could actually fight one of the title holders.
Yeah.
And that's the risk. Like I said, thank God that Huck got knocked out because they were basically on a collision course.
You mentioned it. You said he trains Pascal.
Yeah.
And you probably and everyone else has seen him in a ring with Pascal. He's done a bit of shadow sparring, not really sparring.
Sparring.
Yeah, and he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And he must think, well, Pascal's a top 5 light heavyweight. I'm still running rings around this kid. I've still got a bit. And I feel like that's the thing with Roy Jones. Roy Jones, unlike James Toney, even unlike Sugar Shane to an extent, Sugar Shane still got a bit, but Roy Jones still looks pretty damn good when he puts it together.
He does. No, you can imagine that in sparring, his combination punching would look like the best thing ever. And people are like, wow, that's Roy Jones.
Yeah, Roy Jones, you got to keep going, Roy Jones. You got to keep going.
But my thing is that fighters are well aware of the risks of fighting. Fighters are well aware of the age. Roy Jones knows he's in his mid-40s. Joe McClellan was one of Roy Jones' friends. He got badly injured with Nigel Benn. He knows the risks already. When you have other options to do, and you could make easy money training or commentating, I don't see why he's carrying on.
Yeah, I think maybe he's looking at these fights. Dare I say, I hate putting up Courtney Fry's name again, but maybe he's looking at these fights. I don't know what he's getting paid, 100,000, 70,000, I don't know what it is, but he's probably looking at it as easy money. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's probably looking at these ones as 3-4 round blowouts, easy money, easy way to earn 100 grand. I don't know, but you're right, maybe we should stop.
Yeah, talking about blowouts, did you see last night's fight? Was going around this morning on YouTube. Manuel Charr versus Bradis or Marius Bradis, something like that?
Yeah, I didn't see the fight, saw the knockout.
Was that a knockout or what?
Yeah.
Seriously.
By the way, just so you guys might not know this, but every time Ryan sees a vicious knockout, it's knockout of the year.
Manuel Charr was out on his face over the ropes.
You know what's scary about Manuel Charr, and this is where boxers can really descend very quickly. 3 years ago, he was supposed to fight David Haye, and I wouldn't say it was a 50-50 fight, it was a decent matchup.
Like, he was considered like, well, he's a legit heavyweight.
Yeah, a legit top 15 heavyweight. Yeah. And now he just seems to be getting blown out by anyone. I mean, the guy that Wilder's fighting blew him out as well, beat him anyway. You know what I mean? I remember Povetkin knocked him out horribly. And it just seems like, I wouldn't say Manuel Charr should think about retiring, because who are we to talk about retiring? Heavyweights can knock out any other heavyweights, but he's consistently losing fights now.
Okay, let's go with the news.
Yep.
Antonio Margarito is confirmed by his manager that he's definitely coming back.
Yes.
Rumours has it that obviously it's not from the manager says it's not for money.
Yes.
He feels he's got something to give back to the sport.
Okay.
Blah blah blah.
More injuries?
Yeah, more injuries.
More cheating.
How does this... What is Margarito thinking? He's got a surgically repaired eye. He was stopped from fighting, and the fight got stopped against Cotto, and the doctors, there was a whole controversy about some states wouldn't license for his eye. Yeah. Your eye does not heal over time. Well, obviously it's for money. I'm just confused. You want money, you want to come back in boxing, but you're going to lose your eye.
Will you lose it?
Well, you know, plus it was not literally full like his head.
Yeah, where is it?
But obviously, he'll possibly could be blind.
Yeah. Look, if the eye can get the eye was messed up by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao ruined it. And then he went through all the doctors, whatever, and they gave it the go-ahead to fight Cotto.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think Cotto made it any worse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't necessarily think Cotto made it. I just think it was getting into a situation where, okay, you need to stop the fight. But I think it was Pacquiao that really ruined it. You know the scary thing about that fight? I remember watching it like it was yesterday. Margarito was coming on strong again. Yeah. And it was starting to scare me. So I was very happy when they stopped that fight. I think Margarito looks at that and thinks, well, I've had a 2 or 3 year hiatus. I'm refreshed. I'm good to go again. I saw an interview with him actually, and he's put on no weight. It's not like he's one of them guys that have blown up to 200 pounds because he hasn't. He still looks in fantastic shape. I don't know if he's been slightly sparring recently anyway, so he's already there to go. I don't want to see him fight, but he's going to fight. Look at this is the way boxing is right now, and I don't know what doctor's going to be able to give him the go-ahead for the eye, but they will find a doctor to sign it off. Me and you had a debate about this, because I kind of put a tweet out there saying, look, Margarito destroys, minus Mayweather, all the welterweights in the division right now. And you kind of said no, and I said he destroys him.
No, he doesn't.
Destroys him.
He doesn't. A prime Margarito is a good fighter, but he's a face-first fighter.
Yes.
He's not the best defensive fighter. Yeah. I think a good boxer puncher will give him problems. Doesn't mean Margarito. Doesn't mean those guys will ever. Doesn't mean Margarito will walk through everyone. I definitely think he'll be competitive and he could be a world champion. Yeah. But I don't think he makes him hands down number 2 if he was in his prime right now.
No. Pacquiao's kind of there as well. So not number 2, but this new breed of so-called top-class welterweights, Khan, Brook, Thurman, Porter.
No, I think
these guys are all 140. I'm not even taking the piss out of the size of them, but they're all, you know, a 147 guy's just got a hell of a lot smaller. I'm talking about the days of Margarito, Cintron, Williams.
They were huge. They were huge welterweights. Yeah.
These guys just seem like. I mean, imagine Margarito versus Devin Alexander.
Oh yeah, it's a joke.
Size difference.
Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah. I reckon Keith Thurman and Kell Brook will give Margarito serious problems if Margarito's in his prime.
You know what it is about these pressure fighters that they thrive on, and Margarito is the kind of person that I think will thrive on it. Is soon as a pressure fighter feels the power of the boxer puncher, and the boxer puncher realizes shit. My power can't do anything to stop this. Then they start shitting themselves. We saw that with Khan Maidana. Yeah. When Khan was landing everything, lands him the body blow, thought, oh, this is easy, and then kept walking him down, and it seems to be nothing that the boxer, unless you're a fantastic, I mean, of the Mayweather boxer punches that, unless you're that good, I think the pressure fighter eventually get to you. Cotto Margarito was a good example. That first fight, Cotto was just boom, 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 and then it just wore him down.
But I think, again, that's it, you've got to look at the attributes that other people bring to the ring. If you're going to stand in front of Margarito, then you've got a problem. But if you're going to move, box, use that stick, you're going to spoil his rhythm. You know what my thing is? And I think maybe the reason I say this is because I'm so not high on the welterweights, Ryan. I'll be honest with you. I mean, to me, the welterweights of 10 years ago, I think absolutely annihilate these welterweights. The fact that Mayweather is 38 and he's still head and shoulders above. Look, Mayweather 10 years ago destroys Mayweather. Okay, yeah. The difference is, and this is not picking on Mayweather because he has fought good people. He has fought Canelo, he has fought Pacquiao, he has fought, he's fighting Berto now, but he hasn't fought all the welterweights. So as much as Mayweather's number 1 welterweight right now, people can say, oh, it would be good to see him with Thurman, it would be good to see him with Brook, it would be good to see him with Porter. I mean, those are other guys that he could fight, so he's the best welterweight in the world right now, but the other guys are waiting behind him to see can they beat him, or have the opportunity to beat him.
I honestly, if I at the end of it, I honestly look at the welterweights of 10 years ago, Cotto in his prime, Margarito, Mayweather, Mosley, Paul Williams, Cintron, keep going, Zab Judah when he was mixing it, even Oscar De La Hoya with
Corey Spinks.
And I look at these ones now and all I see is pussycats.
Sam Edington versus Frankie Gavin.
Yeah.
Signed.
Yes.
Brilliant matchmaking.
Honestly, Matchroom. Yeah. Well done. I don't know if Frankie Gavin's doing that right now. Yeah. Because to me, that's do or die for Frankie Gavin. It really is do or die. It's simple. Yeah. I think what we're trying to get at here is what level was Frankie Gavin? Yeah. Kell Brook's world level. He lost to Kell Brook quite convincingly, so you're not world level. Bundu's top 15, top 20. You lost to him, so you're kind of below that. Skeet's European, British level. You kind of drew close with him, so we don't know what level he is.
Now you find a prospect.
So you lose against the prospect. That's it. Yeah. And when I say that's it, I mean, look, I don't know what kind of contract you signed, but if I'm Eddie Hearn and I'm Frankie Gavin and you lose to Edington, whatever paycheck you're on goes down. You don't headline the show anymore in Birmingham. Do you know what I mean? It really is kind of a big pressure fight for him. Do I think it's a step up for Edington?
Yes, it is. Yes, definitely for sure.
But I think it's a step up he's ready for because I think Frampton Gavin's on the slide.
I was not high on Edington when he first was coming up. You kept telling me about him. I kept watching him, and now I like him. I think he's definitely got a lot to bring to the table. I think his style and the way he fights and his youth, is going to be a key factor in this fight. And quick question: I don't really want to start talking about Dion again. Yeah. But why does all of Dion's press conferences, his opponent is never there?
I guess it shows that
they're not relevant.
Not relevant. Yeah,
are not relevant. Yeah. He had a press conference this week for his heavyweight title, the WBC, and he's sitting at a podium by himself. Yeah. Yeah. Is that the way you promote a WBC World Heavyweight title fight against a worthy challenger?
You know what it is, yeah? Al Heyman's his advisor, manager, such thing. Al Heyman's not his promoter. He's got to look at his management team and promotional team and say, look, as much as you want me to start doing all the things you want me to do, I just deliver in the ring. You guys have got to start delivering and doing your work outside. Yeah. Because as much as we hate Dion right now, he's just a boxer. Yeah. You know, that's all he is. He's just a boxer. Yes, we want some people to be the Adrian Broners and the Mayweathers and sell the fights. That's not his job. His job really is to get in there and do a job. I think his promotional team needs to really look at what they're doing with the heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, exactly. And work on improving. You know, improving what he's doing right now, because right now it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. I mean, like, you can't even get a face off. You can't get a little battle between the opponents, whatever. Yes. You can't do nothing at all to sell the fight. And this fight's going on NBC. Yeah, this fight's going on NBC. That in America, that's a huge platform. I mean, I think it shows the value of the fight when you cannot get a press conference with both fighters. Another good fight sound this week: Callum Smith versus Rocky Fielding. Yes, Matchroom's putting it out there this year.
Matchroom have done it again.
Yeah,
done it again.
This fight here, Rocky Fielding's going to show Callum Smith a few things maybe he hasn't seen before, and that comes with that fire, that instinct, that pressure to say, look, I want what you got.
Yeah, and I think it also comes with the fact that Rebrassi was definitely not there to lose, so I'll give you that. But Rocky Fielding will probably be the first legit opponent that Callum Smith's fighting in terms of top level opponent that is also coming in thinking, I'm going to win this. I'm winning this. Who are you, kind of thing. This is my, I'm the one that's taking a British title home. Yeah. I'm the one that's going to move on and take place. And I think that will be a test in itself.
No, exactly. I also like as well as that both of them want the fight and they're not waiting till, let's wait till we're both world champions. Yeah. Let's wait till a year down the line. Let's build it more. You got two prospects saying, look, only one's going to go forward. So I'm going to take your spot. Yeah. And they push, both of them want the fight. Really, already, it's my fight of the year without even seeing the fight. Yeah, you in terms of anticipation.
Yeah, you've got that where you've got two guys, both unbeaten, both from the same area. Yeah. British title. It has so much similarities to George Groves, James DeGale, because they almost fought at exactly the same time in their career. Yeah. And what it also showed is that with George Groves, James DeGale, James DeGale went on and won the title. George Groves fought for it twice. Will probably beat Badu Jack, I think, and win a world title. Yeah. So it shows that even in a loss, I think both of these guys can still propel themselves to maybe not world championship level, because that super middleweight division is getting very thick right now, but they'll be there. Yeah, they'll be there or thereabouts, definitely.
Yeah. Again, rumours of Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn talking about Quigg Frampton again. Don't want to go into it because we spoke about it over and over again. They're both looking for major fights by the end of the year. Yeah. With the talks going on now, do we get this fight this year?
No chance. Absolutely no chance. 2016 will be a squeeze, and that sounds a bit silly, but I just feel like, especially after Carl Frampton's performance, Carl Frampton's going to want to show the American public and the American market that he doesn't go down. Yeah. He was uncomfortable with the climate and the canvas and etc. So he's going to want to put another performance in. So expect Frampton to be out against another similar kind of level opponent in November, October. Yeah. So November, December, and I think Quigg. Look, I'm not trying to look. We've argued about 75-25. It's definitely got shorter now, but I think Quigg still needs a big name that the Americans know. And that could be an Anita Dene. If this fight needs to sell big, I think Quigg needs to build his profile just a bit more for me.
I was not happy with the fake rumours or the fake comments by Matchroom saying, we got Dene a few months ago. Rubbish. But I do now think that the Dene fight is closer. Yes. They've already said they're bringing back Quigg on the 21st of November or the first week of December, something along those lines. Yeah. And Dene had a sneaky fight about a month ago under the radar as like a warm-up fight, which I don't think that fight was even televised. The point I'm making is that when you're a former pound for pounder, a former multi-time world champion, and you're having sneaky fights no one knows about, that means you're preparing for a big fight. You know, you're trying to get under the radar, get some rounds in without everyone having the limelight on you, so you can make a performance. Yeah. And I think that performance could be another world title with Scott Quigg. And
Barry Hearn tweeted a picture of him and Bob Arum.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Saying, old friends talking again, discussing. Obviously, Donaire with top rank still, just about. So, you know, that's the fight they must have been talking about as well. So I think it makes sense. And then if he beats Donaire and Frampton beats his opponent, it's a huge fight, even stateside, but it'll be a huge fight in Britain.
Talk again of Lomachenko Rigondeaux is very, very prominent, but they're having problems with the weight.
Yes.
I like Lomachenko, but I think Lomachenko is playing a little bit of hardball, a little bit too much.
Okay.
Lomachenko saying the fight has to take place at 126.
Yes.
We all know, we've all agreed that Rigondeaux is very, very small at 122 pounds. Yeah, Rigondeaux could easily should be fighting at 118. Yeah. By forcing Rigondeaux to go up to 126, which is basically 8 pounds over his natural fighting weight. 8 pounds sounds a little bit, but in terms of small guys, it's a huge amount of weight. I think he's limiting the potential of a competitive fight.
So be it. I mean, if I'm Lomachenko and Rigondeaux's calling me out, remember, not the other way around. Lomachenko, I've not really heard any statements from him saying I want to fight Rigondeaux. So it seems to be the other way around. Rigondeaux's put it on Twitter, he's put a picture of them, a nice picture of them two together, saying let's get it on. Come up to my weight then. Fight me my weight. If I'm Lomachenko, look, any 126 pounder, any of them, Selby, Walters, all of them, these guys are struggling to make 126. To ask him to make 123 is just not going to happen. You watch Lomachenko at the weigh-ins and you think there is not a pound in sight you can get off your body there. Not a pound in sight.
Okay.
Tell Selby to lose a pound. You see Selby at the weigh-ins. It looks like he's a ghost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I understand the point, but when you got a legit champion and a pound for pounder, even though he's got promotional problems, in Rigondeaux, who's a champion at 122, and you got Lomachenko at 126, it makes common sense, and that we're not fan of catch weights, but it makes common sense to do a catch weight in the middle. Okay, it benefits both fighters. Pulling the guy up to a weight class that you know he cannot actually compete in proper. No, he cannot compete in
at his best ability.
At his best ability. It doesn't give. It takes luster off the fight.
But it's the same argument if you're then asking Lomachenko, come on, go down, kill yourself. Almost like what Canelo, almost what Floyd done with Canelo when Canelo, everyone thought it was a few pounds, but Canelo come down to 151. Everyone knew Canelo couldn't go down to 151, but he killed himself and then he died in the last few rounds. They're both asking each other to kill themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They're both asking to kill him to make it a competitive fight. Like I said, everyone says that Rigondeaux even looks small even at 122.
Look, I get it. It's a super fight. I want it to happen. It's probably the most fight I want to see because we're talking about the two best amateur boxing standouts in boxing. Not today, but probably in the history of boxing, by the way. I can't think of any other amateur standout done what they've done. Think about it.
I think Mark Breeden will argue about the amateur standout.
No.
Mark Breeden's amateur career is like phenomenal.
What's Lomachenko? 357 and 1?
Yeah, but
one. How did you beat that?
No, I'm just saying that when you're talking about amateur records, there's some great records out there. You know what I mean? And like Mark Breeden's got one of the best.
He has, but I still think Lomachenko. I want to find out the one that beat him and see what he's doing right now. But look, I just feel like to go up in weight is easier to come down in weight. We know that, and I get what you mean. Rigondeaux is a small guy. I'd love to see what Rigondeaux walks around at. If Rigondeaux walks around, I'll be shocked if he walks around anything at 130. I'd be shocked. He's been calling for the fight. Look, Rigondeaux needs one. Look, Lomachenko, with all due respect, he's got like 5 or 6 fights out there he can take. Rigondeaux's the one that's struggling. He needs to fight. So he has to take the risk. He's 35, 36, getting on. He needs a money fight. This could be it. Go up and wait, Rigondeaux. Sorry, go up and wait.
Liam Smith gets a WBO title shot. Obviously, Demetrius Andrade's appeal looks like it's not going through. But, I think it's a good thing for Liam Smith to get the world title shot. I think he could win the world title. The problem is that once you win that world title, you have to fight the guys in the division. Do you think Liam Smith is prime enough now to go in against the top 5 in the division?
No. What?
You get the WBO world title,
He's not prime enough, and look, give me hate, I don't care. To go for, look, I can reel off the names, and you guys can tell me if Liam Smith can beat these people. Lara, Canelo, Charlo brothers, both of them. Do you know what I mean?
K9,
even Ishe Smith,
K9,
Vans. ridiculous people that are all world titleists, but former world titleists.
Yeah.
Brian Rose had the same problem. When they gave Brian Rose Andrade, it was almost like, whoa,
Yeah.
is this the level? Do you know? I mean, this is the problem with mandatories. There's a sneaky way to get up in your mandatory where you fight a guy from Ghana and that puts me up another level. Off the back of my head, I can't remember a top 10 or 15 opponent Neil Smith's faced.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. When you give these guys these titles, and look, I'm all in favour of everyone saying British boxing's at its best right now because we've got so many world champions, and it is probably at its best. But when you open it up a bit more deeply, you look at who they've fought and beat, and it's not as deep as we think. And I'm scared for Liam Smith, like you say, he wins the title, and he probably will, by the way. Then, like you say, when you're a world champion, you have to fight your peers.
Exactly.
And would you put Liam Smith in with any of those top 5 or 7 guys that I just mentioned? You wouldn't. Guess who he fights if he wins the title?
Who?
Andrade. Andrade will definitely win that appeal, and Andrade will be put straight away in a position to, you can fight for your belt again. Can you obviously that looks about 4 weight classes different.
I wouldn't be surprised if that belt gets changed to an interim belt.
Agreed.
If this appeal goes through in the next month or so.
And if it's an interim belt, then he will then fight Andrade 100%. And that's just, that unfortunately is a step too far for Liam Smith right now, but you never know.
Yeah.
Them guys look much bigger than them as well, by the way.
No, but I like Liam Smith. So
I like Liam Smith as a boxer.
I think he's got mad skills. Like definitely.
Is he unbeaten?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's unbeaten. I like him. I definitely think he's definitely got something. You know what I mean? This week, press conference for GGG and Lemieux.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of hype. A lot of ticket sales.
Oh, more than a lot of ticket sales.
Yeah. It is shaping up to be a huge event.
Yes.
Possible with the winners of the GGG fight, Lemieux, versus the winner of the Canelo Cotto fight. All 4 of them mixed up make great fights. What is the ideal fight out of the 4?
I hate to say it, GGG Canelo. It pains me to say it. Because I want Cotto, and that's the video I can't wait to do Cotto Canelo, by the way. I want Cotto to win that fight, just because I'm Cotto crazy. Yeah. But in terms of going forward, Canelo looks like someone that will make 160 quite comfortably. Canelo looks so big at 154, it's unbelievable.
I saw a picture when Canelo and GGG sparred about 3-4 years ago, and they both like posing side by side.
I saw that, yeah.
Canelo is bigger than GGG.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He has a bigger frame, definitely. Yeah. So that's the fight I would. That would fight there. Yeah. Oh man, when we talk about just super fights, that's a fight where Canelo would not take a back forward step. He wouldn't try and box, and I love that.
That'd be a great fight. That is the ideal fight. But when you want to see your boy Cotto fight Lemieux,
no, they're just too big for me. You know,
it's too big.
It's unfair on Cotto because Cotto kind of turned over at 135, then went straight to 140. Yeah. And these guys are 168 guys coming down to 160. They're big guys. It's just not fair. That's a 30-pound natural difference. Think about that.
Yeah, October/November is shaping up to be a great month for boxing. Take into account you got Lemieux, GGG, got Klitschko Fury, and Cotto Canelo. Great month for boxing. And
we know one thing about all of those fights.
Yeah.
None of them are Al Heyman fights.
No, all of them are 50-50 fights.
And none of them are Al Heyman fights. Yeah. So as much as we want this Al Heyman bandwagon, much as this Al Heyman bandwagon's ride into the sunset and everyone thinks it's going to take over boxing, these guys are slowly but surely fighting back saying, wait, because Cotto Canelo pay-per-view numbers is going to be huge.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be huge. And I think GGG Lemieux will surprise a few people as well.
I
don't think it will get 1 million, but I think it could get like 500,000.
Yeah, I definitely do over 500,000.
Yeah. So well done, Golden Boy, and everyone else for fighting back. Shane Mosley's put out a few tweets this week. And I'm starting to feel really sorry for Shane Mosley. Not really sorry as in a jokey kind of, because me and Ryan done a video and we were kind of jokey a bit about this Mayorga fight. Really sorry in the sense that this guy's obviously invested up to 1 million of his own money, which by all intents
is a backer's money.
Backers' money as well, and backers want their money back. That's what they call backers. And right now, if Don King does postpone or put this fight on hold for any sense of imagination, he's fucked.
Okay, no joke. The fight is in legit jeopardy. Yeah. Also, Mosley said that he's got 2 or 3 replacement opponents set up. Rumored to be Rosado, one of them. Yeah. So he's already planning that. Guess what? This might not go ahead. But he said, regardless, the show is going on.
Well done, Mosley. Rosado, by the way, is a decent little scrap. You know, Rosado's record right now in boxing isn't great. BKB, fantastic boxing. It's not great. But that's good. Well done. Come on, Mosley.
But another thing about Mosley as well. Again, like I said, and it's I feel sorry for him, like I said, but it just smells of desperation. He's jumping on every bandwagon he can. Now he's saying he's fighting to kick sexism out of boxing.
Yeah.
He's fighting to put he's fighting for everything right now. He's getting his name out on every possible press release known to man, which is good. But it just sounds cheap. It's good that you're trying to bring promotion to your event and everything, but you're jumping on stuff that you never jumped on before just to get a press release or get your name involved in something. So for me, you're not really supporting sexism. You're not really trying to stop dogfighting. You're just saying this stuff to give yourself a boost or to give your name out there. It's all good saying you're supporting this, you're supporting that if you are, but he's not.
Agreed.
He's just saying it to sell.
Couldn't agree anymore. That's a very, very good point.
And Josh Warrington,
yes,
is asking for Lee Selby. Okay. On paper, decent fight.
Yeah.
But obviously with Selby now signed with Al Heyman,
yeah,
I don't see that fight happening.
What is that signing with Al Heyman though? Is he still with Matchroom? I'm so confused.
No, like I said, I'm confused with a lot of it because, like I said, no one's made an official statement on anything at all.
Yeah.
Like I said before, all the Al Heyman guys fight on PBC in America. I do not see Al Heyman allowing him to fight Josh Warrington. We know, regardless how much time you ask for him.
Yeah, yeah. I just think they're almost one fight or two fights behind each other all the time. But I think Lee Selby is a quality operator.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, minus Walters and Lomachenko, I think. I wouldn't mind seeing Lee Selby against Santa Cruz.
I think Lee Selby is getting the winner of Santa Cruz Morris.
Okay, that's what I like to see. Morris would be quite strange and tough fight, but I think Santa Cruz would be a good fight. But that's how highly I rate him. So if I'm Lee Selby, unless I'm being offered something with $1 million attached to it, there's no point in me fighting Josh Warrington because I know I'm in the mix now for big fights, stateside, whatever.
From Farah versus Cleverly,
yes,
apparently signed for mid-October.
Yes, in Chicago.
I think it's a bad fight for Cleverly. I think it's a really bad fight for Cleverly.
Yes and no. I'm still, I'm high on Cleverly. I've always been high on Cleverly. The funny thing is, when you look at who Cleverly fought, we always said they were bums, who he fought up into the to Kovalev fight. Yeah. But a lot of people seem to be fighting his bums now. Kovalev fought one of his bums. So I think he needs to look at mentally and think, I got beat by Kovalev. That isn't a bad thing, and just keeps drilling that into his head.
If you're not fully confident in your ability, from Farah's the worst guy to fight in terms of he's big, he's aggressive, he could box, and he could punch.
At light heavyweight, unlike at cruiserweight, I don't think he has doubts in his ability. I think Kovalev shocked him, and I think Kovalev shocked a lot of us with how dominant he was. You know what I mean? You said Kovalev would win, but I don't think you even thought he would dismantle him like that.
No.
You know what I mean? And I think he's got to look at where Kovalev is and think, yes, I have doubts in my ability, but no one in the light heavyweight division can take Kovalev.
Fran Buglioni.
Yes.
Saying when he beats Chudinov, he wants the likes of James DeGale and George Groves.
Yeah, we all want good stuff for Christmas.
Yeah, we I don't think Buglioni's got it. Honestly, I don't think he's got it at all. I think he loses to Chudinov.
Yeah, I think.
But even if he did win, I think he's more than a step or two behind the other guys in the division.
I think, and this isn't disrespectful to him because I think, look, fighters in their right to call other fighters, but I think he should really be calling out the likes of Rocky Thornton and Callum Smith. Before he calls that George Groves.
No. Honestly and truly, I have Callum Smith and Rocky Thornton beating him.
Yeah, so do I. Oh yeah, so do I.
Like, it's not even that. Close fight. Hands down, they win. Honestly, do you think Buglioni has a shot in this fight?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen. You know what it is? I haven't seen anything in any of his performances that make me feel like he's even got a knockout chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot has been talking about this knockout power he has, and I haven't seen much punch.
No, knockout power at domestic level.
Yeah.
Not at world level.
Yeah, and I just feel like he's got a lot to prove, and like you say, you can't turn down world title opportunities. Me and Ryan have kind of been okay with that now, even though I don't like that. You can't turn him down. You can't turn this down. But James DeGale and George Groves are way ahead. We're talking one, probably the second or third best super middleweight, and one's definitely in the top 10. Way ahead.
Definitely. Last bit, rumour mill.
Yes.
Thurman versus Porter.
Gonna happen.
If that is true,
it's definitely true.
Yeah. If that is true, it's a great, that's Al Heyman saying, look, making a statement about his guys and putting his guys together. As much as I like the fight, I think it's a good fight, I don't think it's a fight that had to take place right now. In terms of, they're both like top 3, top 4. I think to build a division, you need to match all the guys competitively around each other to bring everyone up.
Yeah.
By having them both there, you kind of limit.
You know the problem we have?
You get my point?
The welterweight division, though. And a lot of people said it's the best division. And I kind of, yes and no for me. I look at the top 6, and then you start to look below that. And because of this problem with Top Rank and they're not bringing their fighters over, it gets a bit thin.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the fighters have really come back. Look, a great opponent for either one of those would have been Maidana.
Yeah.
Fantastic opponent for you. What's he doing right now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Khan would have been a great again, but they're not going to put Khan in with either one of them. Timothy Bradley, exactly. Yeah. So, but it's almost like they've got to start matchmaking. And I understand your point. This is probably number 3 ranked or number 4 against number 5 or 6. You don't necessarily need to do it. I think I'll have Mayweather, Pac-Man just because he's Pac-Man, and Brook and Thurman together. And then I've got Porter after that. But then Maidana has got an argument to be with that as well. So I don't want to see them match right now, but one hell of a thing I do notice is that Porter doesn't seem to be saying no to anyone.
Yeah, I think Porter has that attitude, whereas the way he comes across, the way his camp comes across, where they accept it, they're very accepting. They don't seem desperate. They're like, cool, we'll fight. And I'm trying to say, I think they'll even take short money.
No disrespect, but look at them. They took 145 against Berto, Broner, and then even accepted the fact that they can't rehydrate to more than 154. Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
He's got the fight mentality. Well, look, I want to fight. Like, okay, I'll take the short bit of the purse. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll cut weight. I'll make the fight.
Thurman seems he's got a bit of that as well.
Yeah, Thurman's definitely got that as well. But I don't think the money element is as important to Porter. And when I say that, I'm not saying money's not important, but I think the way Kenny Porter dresses, the way he talks and everything, I think financially they're okay. You know what I mean? So they take a little bit of the short money to make the fight go ahead. Oh boy.
Good, no, I like that. That's a 50-50 fight then for me. The fact that you're thinking that hard, it's a level position.
The thing about Porter, like I said before, he breaks your rhythm. And if you can't set your rhythm, with against him, then you're in trouble. Kell Brook, had a lot of problems trying to keep his rhythm in this fight as well. I don't know if Thurman is as disciplined as Kell Brook to do that.
He's not. We've seen Thurman when the red mist descends. We saw it against Guerrero. We saw it against Kalaza. When it descends, it descends.
If he gets that type of fight with Porter, then he loses.
Yeah. If he can box, we haven't seen a lot of his boxing skills, by the way, as yet. I saw a bit against Bundu, but I haven't seen this boxing skills that he says he possesses. I think he's believing that gimmick a bit too much. You know, and look, he does knock out people, but he's believing it like, I will knock out anyone rather than try and box.
He's believing his power too much.
Yeah, and I think what he's got to understand is when you're fighting the top guys, you don't knock them out.
Exactly.
You go to points. It's not embarrassing. You can go to points.
The phrase is, don't look for the knockout. The knockout will come.
Yeah. But regardless,
he's looking for the knockout.
Regardless, Al Heyman, if he does get that fight together, well done.
Well done.
It's a good fight. And fights next week?
Yeah, fight next week is the possible Mosley Mayoga.
I hope it does happen now, just for the sake of him saying and making some money. Abnormal Santa Cruz as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Abnormal Santa Cruz. Good fight.
Yeah.
We'll probably try to do a video of that as well this week.
No, we definitely will. We'll be up tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be up tomorrow, 100%.
Yeah, do it tomorrow.
Yeah, because that is a very good fight and has so many implications in terms of fighters over this country.
Yeah.
As well, we spoke about Selby, possible Frampton, possible Quigg fights in the future. So there you go, guys. That's this week in boxing. Not many fights to talk about, but again, hell of a lot of news. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, guys, Instagram. Follow us on follow us on Twitter. Subscribe, please. Subscriber numbers. What's going on?
Yeah.
Should be a lot bigger. What's going on? No, they should be.
Numbers are good.
Thank you.
Numbers are good.